Reggie! Why do you have been keeping me out of the loop about your engagement? Are you really going to be getting married? You explain all of this to me right now. Look at your text, give me an answer.
What's going on, Luna?
So you're finally going to reply to me. Why are you so slow with your responses? You think being that slow is going to make you a proper adult or something?
Well, I am at work right now, so I shouldn't be looking at my phone. And you are making comments about me being a proper adult or not when you haven't even gotten yourself a job yet. So how about you shut up about what I'm doing and get your own life together?
I have a lot of experience though.
Working part-time, sure.
I am not just some useless woman, you know.
Well, you kind of are, though.
Tell me what the hell is going on here? There has got to be some kind of confusion about you getting married, right?
I'm not really sure who you heard it about from, but I am getting married.
When?
In another 4 months from today. That'll be the day of our wedding.
Well, I never heard anything about that.
Sorry, but a lot has been going on. And in the end, we decided to only invite a small group for the wedding.
A lot has gone on? What all ended up happening where you couldn't invite your old friend who you've known since middle school?
Old friend? The last time I met you was at the last year's reunion, and you never said anything about being my friend. Ever since we got out of high school, you never talked with me any, and any time I saw you in public, you just ignored me.
So you're telling me that you kept me out of the loop because how I treated you? Back in middle school and high school, I was your friend. I even let you into the popular kids group, yet you're not going to thank me for that?
I'm not so sure you let me to that group. Rather, you just pulled me in to make fun of me when you needed to entertain your friends, and then left me out afterwards. And when I go and make friends with the others, you'd throw a fit about it. Also, I don't think that I've forgotten about that time in high school where you went and stole my boyfriend from me right as we were about to get serious.
It was not fair that you got to have a boyfriend during the time that I had nobody.
What the hell? That's your reasoning for stealing him?
And after a week when I found myself a better man, I gave your boyfriend back to you, right? I was giving you back the man you loved, yet you told him no and ran off, right?
Whatever. That's all in the past now anyway. Weren't you talking about me getting married? I'm going to get married, become the wife of a very kind man, and have a wedding with him. Are you happy now? I just told you everything I plan to do.
You're pissing me off right now. I should be the one getting married first. Why the hell are you getting married before me now? That's unfair.
And that right there is outrageous.
Who are you marrying and where is he from? Tell me who the man is who is fine marrying a plain woman like you.
He is a man from the same university as me, who was also in the same club as me. And let me just say, he's not as plain as I am. He's planning on inheriting a company soon and will be the next CEO there. He is a very upstanding person as well.
Huh? You're getting married to a CEO's son? What the hell? There's no way.
Stop getting upset just because you can't find yourself a man to marry.
Where are you guys having your wedding? He's the son of a CEO, so your wedding is going to have to be pretty high-end, right?
That's right. We went to a chapel just a little while back to see if we wanted to have the wedding there. And we found out that the stained glass there is so pretty, and that during the daytime the lighting is just so right to dazzle the whole place without even having to use lighting indoors. We will also be having a party in a really nice area. So far, it is said that this wedding will cost around $50,000.
No freaking way. Not only are you going to be getting married before me, but with a man who is made of money.
Considering that this wedding is all going to be paid for by him and his family, I didn't want to overstep my boundaries. That is why I made sure to tell him I'd be only inviting a few people to my wedding.
Are you freaking kidding me? Are you trying to brag about your life to me? Are you trying to make me look small? I can't believe that just because you were below me back in middle school and high school, you'd take the time now to brag about how awesome your life is.
I was just answering the questions you asked. Don't get all pissy about hearing things you didn't want to hear.
That fiancé of yours, given to me.
Now you're acting like a dunce. If you really think I'm going to give you my fiancé, then you might need to see a therapist.
That $50,000 luxurious wedding and that man who will be soon a CEO would be both better off in my hands than yours. If some plain woman like you becomes his wife, then someday you are going to embarrass him when he goes out to parties and meetings. However, he could go be with me, the gal who won prom queen back in high school every year. I should be standing next to him as his wife and be the one to make him look good as a CEO.
You have no idea who he even is.
Oh, I do though. He is the son of a CEO who also happened to go to the same university as you and was in the same club. And considering it's the 21st century and I can learn all I need about him online, I'm going to do the honors of stealing him from you.
Don't do anything like that, please. I don't want him being troubled by a witch like you.
Troubled? By a witch like me? You're the one that's about to become his wife and ruin any chance he has at becoming even more successful and rich. If anything, I'm a goddess to him. And as his goddess, I need to act fast and get him to marry me.
What are you talking about?
If I'm to make him the king he is destined to be, then I must stand by him and be his queen. So I'm going to do just that and make all his dreams come true. And I'll make that happen really soon by stealing him from you. So be ready for when I make my move.
I'm not sure what you have up your sleeve here, but how about you stop whatever selfish plans you have and leave the two of us alone? Are you listening, Luna? Luna!
Reggie, have you put any thought into it?
Ross, no matter how many times you ask, I'm not going to change my answer.
Oh, come on now. If you go out and say something, I'm sure they'll start to do something. You and I went 4 years to college together. We're in the same club together and had been friends through all of it.
Oh, please, Ross. I understand that things are going to get tough since your father's company keeps turning in the red. But I don't think your father and you should be asking money from me.
I went and talked about it face to face, but they didn't listen to me. I think if a little bit of money is given, then things will finally get turned around, and that money will come right back. Right now, money is very important. You're already engaged to him, right? If you say someone to him as his fiancé, then I'm sure he will listen and help out.
Come on now, Ross. He has already said no once before, right? So give it up. Stop trying to follow me around.
What are you talking about?
You always sit outside my office at the end of the day, so I'm forced to run into you on my way home. And when I'm going to work every morning, you go and get on the same subway as me. Always coming to talk about that money. It's starting to annoy me a lot more now because of all the other things I have going in my life. I didn't mind talking with you about things at the time because you and I were friends in college. But now I'm starting to regret letting you stay so close to me.
So you're just going to let my family rot in debt, Hell no. Is that okay with you or something?
If it is too hard for you to run a business, then you need to hurry up and work with a bank or something for help. Sell or close that business you have, and then go find a job of your own within another company. There are plenty of things you can do right now to save yourself from going bankrupt and having to go into super major debt.
It's not like I'm planning to use the money from you guys on my business though.
But you have been talking about using it to regain the contracts you had. What? What is going on here?
You know about how, for a long time now, I've been into sports cars, right? And well, a little while back, I stopped into one of the dealerships I like to go to, and they had a car there that I'm really in love with now. It's a very popular car and could be sold off at any minute to someone else.
So you are wanting my fiancé to lend you some money, not to help save your father's and your business, but to buy a car with it?
Well, unlike my family's business, your fiancé's dad happens to run a major firm, right? You don't have to worry at all about money.
I can't believe this, Ross. You just took that company from your father not too long ago, and now have both been struggling to keep it afloat, even cutting most of the employees you had to save. And while that's all going on, all you can think about is a new sports car?
I talked with banks and such about getting a loan, and all of them charge a high interest rate. If I'm able to get a loan from some friends of mine, then there won't be any interest, right?
There is no reason for us to lend you a penny, Ross.
I will give you guys that money back after my father and I fix this company, alright?
We are not lending you anything with such fake playing as that.
Come on. Can't you see that if I don't get that freaking money soon, some other idiot who has no idea the worth of that car will buy it and take it away from me?
Sorry, but we are not helping you. I don't think I can talk to you anymore, Ross. If you really want that car so badly, then do something with your own strength that'll get you to it. You are old enough now to know that you can't beg people for money like that anymore.
Don't say things like that. Tomorrow, I'll be waiting outside your office again for you to get out. Ah, right. Let's go out for dinner. Once I show you all the pictures and such of the car, you'll come around to understanding me.
Screw off, Ross. If you keep that crap up, I'm going to have to get the law involved.
Just freaking listen to what I'm saying, Reggie.
No! If you are ever seen in front of my office building again, I will not only block your number, but I'll also call the police.
Today, the weather is so wonderful. The perfect day for a wedding, right? My wedding, in fact.
You're having a wedding today? After what you had said 4 months ago? I was kind of concerned about what you try and do, but the fact that you found someone is great. Congratulations.
Oh, no way. Have you still not figured it out yet?
Figured what out?
Well, I have been keeping you out of the loop on all this. To break it to you the quickest way I can, I stole your fiancé.
What? What are you talking about?
You're that same old thick-headed girl you always were back in high school. Have you not noticed that your fiancé is in my arms now? The man who went to the same university as you and was in your same club? The son of a CEO? When you told me all about that, I knew who to target. I took one look online and boom! He had all those things written down in his bio, talking about how he's next in line to becoming a CEO and went to your college.
Hold on a second. What are you actually going on about right now?
It's too late now to start freaking out. I found pictures of you online as you were walking out from your office that your fiancé took of you. He would wait for you there every day, right? That's how I knew he was 100% your fiancé.
I think you have the wrong man, Luna.
I'm sure that's what you want me to think. You don't want me thinking that I just stole another man from you. Well, from here on, I'm going to be having a wedding in the place you were supposed to be getting married at today.
My wedding?
I made sure to keep you out of the loop as I worked on making this whole wedding mine. Even ordering a dress in my size to be prepared here. All of that was a secret. Well, kept from you. But since it's my special day today, I thought I should tell you what's happened. You may have never noticed me stealing your fiancé from you, but I have to thank you for that and for giving me this luxurious $50,000 wedding.
Well, if you're talking about my wedding, it's already happened.
What? What are you saying? You told me that this chapel's stained glass would reflect the sunlight so perfectly that there was no need for any other lighting, right? So this is the place, right?
What are you talking about, Luna? I already had my wedding and will now be having my wedding party soon. Also, my fiancé is with me right now as we talk. So what is this about you stealing my fiancé and wedding from me?
Wait, what? Your fiancé is with me right now. And you were supposed to have your wedding at 11:30, right?
Well, it's 12 o'clock now.
What?
Ah, I see. You're having your wedding back in St. Louis. I'm not in St. Louis right now. I'm in the Bahamas.
The Bahamas?
So there's a time difference of 1 hour between you and I. That's why for you it is close to 11:30 now.
Hold on a sec. So your wedding is in the Bahamas?
That's right. That's why it ended up costing us around $50,000 to have this wedding. The cost of all the resort rooms for all of our guests and the plane tickets out here are all included as well, which would put us around $70,000 in the end. And I told you before, we were going to have only a few guests to come.
You're lying, right? Then what the hell is this chapel that I've come to today?
By the way, who is that you're having that wedding with today?
That's what I'd like to know. Is he not your fiancé? He is from your same university, was in the same club as you, and is the son of the CEO.
Hold up. You said he would always stand out of my office building, right?
Yes! He would always stand out there waiting for you.
Is his name Ross by any chance?
Yes, it is.
Luna, you said you were going to make yourself a queen by becoming the CEO's wife, right? And that's why you wanted to steal my fiancé. You wanted to have a man with all kinds of money for you.
And because my plan worked out now, I have now myself a wealthy man who will have his own company and everything. Well, that's what I was thinking.
I see. I understand what's happened here. You are right that Ross went to the same university as me. And that he was in the same club as me all throughout college. And it is also true that his father was the CEO of that company.
Huh? Wait, does this mean that all kinds of rich and soon-to-be CEO men went to your university?
Some of the men there at the time were in fact wealthy.
So then this guy, who went to your university with you and everything, wasn't even your fiancé like I was planning for him to be? And I'm just so happy to end up with a different CEO son?
That's what it seems like. And yes, he is the son of a CEO and runs his own business within that company with his father. That company is currently in the red and not doing too great.
What? In the red?
Ross's father's company has been in the red for years now, and it's only grown worse, to the point they've had to cut tons of employees to make ends meet. And for a while now, since he hasn't been able to afford the high life that he's been wanting, and that sports car he's dreamed about, he has been asking me to ask my fiancé to lend him some money. He has literally been stalking me the whole time, trying to get whatever money he can from us. But a few months ago, I told him off in the hopes he'd finally get lost.
Dream sports car. I know that he has one now. But having him seen in a sports car like that, I assumed he had loads of money still.
I think he bought that car with some money he borrowed from somewhere. He was telling me he wasn't going to take out any loans from the bank, so it must be from a discreet loaner. I wonder if it was from a loan shark, maybe.
There's no way, right? What about this wedding then? He's going to be paying for it, right?
Well, did Ross tell you he would?
Well, you told me that your fiancé and his family would all be paying for the whole wedding. And I had thought that Ross was your fiancé this whole time. And it's the man that always pays for the wedding, right? I'm giving Ross the gift of seeing me in this beautiful dress after all.
You really have a lot of confidence in your looks. Well, if he's going to be paying for that wedding, then all the more debt to him. But if he's not able to pay for that wedding, then it's going to fall on your shoulders, Luna.
What the hell? So you're telling me I pulled in a poor loser?
Both my wedding and my fiancé are fine at the moment. So you seem to be in a whole different situation from us.
No, no, no. I don't want to be in some man who is in debt.
Perhaps he assumed that by the way you prettied yourself up to become his queen, he assumed that you had all the money he needed.
What?
You said you were going to dress up yourself for him, right? Make yourself all attractive so that he'd fall for you? And well, since you did that to yourself for him, he might have assumed you had money he could use. And that's why the two of you are getting married now. This whole thing happened pretty quickly too, right? The whole getting married thing.
But I don't have any money. I'm only working a part-time job at the moment, and my family doesn't even have much money either.
Then what this all seems like to me is two people who only care about money wanting said money from one another. And since you both fall for each other's lie of having money, you are both now stuck getting married to a poor person.
But when I looked online, he had all these pictures showing how much he had, and I still believed him.
By the way, my fiancé doesn't even have any social media.
What? He doesn't?
That's why when you said to me that you found his bio online, I had no idea who you were talking about. Well, now I can see you've been talking about Ross this whole time. That guy, he's really good at latching onto those he wants, so good luck getting rid of him later.
What should I do? It's time for the wedding now. And wait, I already handed in the marriage papers yesterday. No! I'm the wife of a debt-ridden man now.
Congratulations on your marriage.
This isn't something to celebrate. You're supposed to be my friend, right? Help me!
Help you? Even if I wanted to, I'm in the Bahamas. There's nothing I can do now to help you. Also, that marriage is something you and Ross wanted, right? I have no say in what you guys both do from here on out.
I'm supposed to become a celebrity over here, and now I'm going to be stuck in debt with him. I don't want that. I'm going to give you my husband for yours.
Oh, so you never went to see that therapist then? Well, that's too bad, because your absurdity is showing again. You are never even going to know my fiancé anyway, and even if you do it, he's not going to let you have him. He actually hates filthy women like you. He has always been known for being the son of a CEO, and that has led him to being targeted by all kinds of shallow-minded, money-wanting women, and he's not going to deal with that again.
Then I'm getting a divorce.
Go right ahead. That has nothing to do with me.
This is all having to happen because you never told me who your fiancé was and where to find him.
The only thing I can say is that this is what you get for being a bitch. You were the one that tried to steal another person's fiancé and wedding and ended up with the completely wrong man. So don't blame me for being toxic, and instead own up to the fact that you wanted to marry Ross. This isn't high school anymore, so there will be nobody to hold your hand this time.
No way. Well, if I have to start going into debt now as well because of him, you help me.
No. Because after this, you and I are nothing. In other words, I'm blocking your number right now, and will never, ever think about you again.
You can't be serious. I want to marry someone with money, so you get your fiancé to introduce me to some of his friends who actually have money. There are so many ways I can use your fiancé, so let me use him now.
That is so screwed up of you. If all you want is to use other people, then there is literally no hope at all regarding your future. How about you use your own abilities since it's your life on the line now?
Please, at least continue being my friend. We're best friends, right?
No, we are not. Never were. Never will be. Because I will never be friends to those that only seek to use me. Now, I hope your wedding goes well, just like mine has been going. Congrats on that marriage. Goodbye forever now. After finding out that the both of them were only in for the marriage for one another's non-existent money, they both tried to force one another to pay for the wedding, before gathering all their guests and family money together and paying part of the costs off. They then had to borrow a little bit more to pay off the rest, and put themselves further into debt. But this led to some pretty bad drama between them and their friends, after they tried over and over again asking them all for money to help. And just like that, their friends began to leave them one by one. Also, as a way to try and save Ross's family company from going under, he forced her to start working for them to try and keep things afloat just a little longer.